Hello and welcome back to Divinity Jam. This is for my Virgos. Welcome, Virgos. Analogy for my Virgos. We do have a new moon solar eclipse happening on Thursday the 12th. So we will be feeling some energy for that this week, and that is coming in Cancer, which is all emotions right there. So Virgo, let us see what's going to play out for you this week. Let's shuffle and do your 9-card spread. And then I also have a bonus card I'm going to pull from the Isis Oracle. Clarifying, just summing up the overall energy after I do the reading, and it sums it up well as far as what changes need to be made in order for us to go higher individually. So let's get your 9-card spread out here and get to that good oracle message, because I've been blown away all morning by those messages, y'all. They've been really spot on and matching the readings and just very helpful in explaining what changes are occurring to us individually and what to look for coming up this week, this new moon solar eclipse. Eclipses, new moons are always about new beginnings, but these eclipses intensify those new beginnings. It makes it a really big cycle pattern change coming to our lives. So let's see how this is playing out for you, Virgo, this week. Do a couple final shuffles, and then I'm going to pull 9 cards off the top for your overall energy. Then we'll get to that good oracle message for you. All right, let's do one final shuffle. All right, 9 cards off the top. Bottom of the deck is the Son of Earth. Okay, let's see how that plays into it. Son of Earth likes to gather and bring things in to people. It gives him joy to just collect all the harvest and bring it to people. Maybe you getting brought a gift or something, or bringing a gift to someone. Okay, first card out is security. And this is about knowing where your true security lies. So it's not about the dollars, Virgo. It's not about the coin chase. That's what that circle is. It's about that lotus flower in the middle, which represents you, your spirit, your will, your strength, who you are as an individual. It's more important than what you have all day long. So your security is supposed to be on the inside. And once it is, it reflects to what is on the outside. Mother of Earth is out next. So, you know the mother is going to take care of. She's the nurturer of the family. She's the strength and the backbone of the family. Taking care of everybody, nurturing everybody, making sure everybody has all the love. A good mother. Making sure everybody has all the love that they need. But she has to take care of herself first in order to take care of others. So you want to be a stronger person enough for yourself. Your security has to still, to me, this card is correlating that to me when it comes to you, Virgo. Knowing that you have this strength here, like a mother, to take care of everything and everybody, and just being secure enough to know that you already have everything you need. You already have everything you need in you. And that, yeah, sometimes we have issues where we have to wait on financial things or things that we need, but it's about knowing that you are this person, who you are, should give you security, should give you strength, because you know who you are. It gives you strength as the Mother of Earth. She knows she's a good mom. She knows she can take care of everybody. She knows she's got everything she needs to make sure that baby is happy and to make sure she's safe and warm. He's safe and warm. They're fed. She got food. She's ready. She's just ready and equipped in all areas. Okay. Spirit God is out next. So you're going to be led to a different viewpoint, maybe a different opinion, a different way of seeing things, because the Spirit God leads. That's why they got them camels and they own their stuff and they following. And she guiding and she's leading from the top and they're following on their journey at the bottom. So Spirit God is going to lead you basically to looking at these, the way you view security in a different type of way. Inner peace is out. This is what the Spirit God is going to lead you to, because this is not peaceful. To chasing these coins right here. It's not peaceful. It's a chase in a circle. It's not peaceful. Know how I know? Because this card is out next. It's tormenting. It's making you feel like you just see it. It keep being so close, and you can taste it almost, and you look back and you still are feeling held back and tied to this pole while everybody else is already up there. You're feeling like something is keeping you stuck from moving towards the horizon, towards the sunshine. And guess what it is? Dealing with your emotions. So, look at all that water. I see two beautiful, wonderful streams of water that are naturally already there. But you have an abundance of water there. That is that abundance. It's not a good abundance. It's too much emotions. Some of those need to be released in order for you to get up off this bowl. So quite possibly what's holding you there are your emotions. And when you go in and deal with your emotions, you can get down off this pole. You can have inner peace. You can feel secure. Guess what's about to happen with this solar eclipse? Here he come. Here he come. Not only is your spirit guide happening, but the vision quest is happening. It's going to be a gift to allow you to see more clearly and change a thought pattern that you've had that you won't let go of, that you haven't been changing. So quite possibly, the spirit is going to evoke the release of these emotions that you have been holding and storing up. Whole lot of stored up emotions. Look like you've been doing it for a long time. You have not been releasing these emotions. You've just been acting like you just tuck them away, and you've been pouring out your emotions instead of dealing with them and expressing them. You've been putting them in here. This is your body, really. So they've just been stored up, and they've not naturally been allowed to flow as everyone else's emotions. When they feel like crying, when they feel like being angry, when they feel like venting, you have to release those emotions, or holding them in will create different sets of blockages in your life. So yours is going to be related directly to how you respond to emotions, how you deal with them, how you've always dealt with them, and go back to root causes. When he comes, he's going to make you do some soul searching. It's a spiritual guidance towards your happiness. What's going to make you happier? Because something is making you feel insecure. Most likely why this card is out. Situation that you have been trying to hold together, steadily trying to be held together. But it's an unstable situation, and you have a lot of integrity on this one, but it's no good for you. It's no good for you. So this is what is causing you most likely this insecurity over this coin chase right here, and why you feeling like you can't move no further in any other direction towards your horizon, because you are still dealing with this right here. You're still dealing with it. So guess what? It's trying to guide you. It's trying to lead you to the best way to finally, once and for all, fix this situation. There it is. That's the underlying problem. How you deal with your emotions and what you do emotionally, and how you're going to release these 4 basins of water here towards the completion cycle too. It's like the 4 elements. It's like the 4 seasons. It's a complete. You have to release those and rely upon your natural flow of emotions. Release all these emotions that you have tucked away your whole life, that you just was sucked up and thought you sucked up. No, they're still there. They were just building up and storing up all these years. And guess what? They're going to be released. It's coming to rain down something that's going to cause you to have to release those emotions and deal with it. And why? So that you can get to your inner peace, so that you can stop feeling like this, so that you can feel like this. If it still hasn't happened yet for you, Virgo, there's the answer. There's the answer. This is why. This situation is an emotional situation that is still occurring because you haven't. You might feel like it's a financial issue, but the underlying issue to both of these is this here. dealing with your emotions. Because this is who you are. Making sure everybody has everything they need. Bringing it to others. Let's get a clarifier. It's going to become rock emotions. I know that Cancer, that Cancer new moon eclipse, when I saw that, I'm not an astrologer, so I listened to my astrology readings, got my favorites. And when I listened to that, I was like, it's going to be emotions flying all week, all week. New moon, solar eclipse is turned up. New moon, new beginning. Turning it up. So something that's been consistently the same is about to change. It's going to turn it up and make a new beginning for you. But it's a new beginning to bring you towards your sunshine. This is how we go in and improve ourselves and make ourselves stronger and better as individuals. Wish fulfillment. Fulfillment. The Ten of Water. What you want. What you are desiring the most in life. Your top 10 wishes are here. Waterfalls and rainbows. That is what Spirit is doing this for. This is what all of this testing is for. This is what this situation and why you had to go through it. It's what it's about. How do you get to your sunshine? How do you get to waterfalls and rainbows? The things that you most desire in life that will make you the happiest ever, that will bring you the most inner peace. You have to deal with your emotions first so that you can stop feeling this way. It's really what it's about. And when I say deal with emotions, I mean going way back. I mean going way back and healing stuff that maybe you are not even ready to admit. Maybe it's you don't like that feeling. Going back, this is Virgo reading. They don't like that feeling. Y'all don't like that feeling. I don't want to talk about the past and emotions, and it makes me feel, well, you're going to have to get into your emotions, Mr. Strong Earth sign, Miss Strong Earth sign. I don't need that. The transformation is coming for you to deal with your emotions, to bring in more fulfillment and happiness to your life so you can get the happiness, the sunshine, the waterfalls and rainbows and the peace that you want. Guess what this is? It's a wheel turner. It's a changer. It's a transition. But it is a successful transition. That's why that bird is there. He's protecting you. It's going to be all good, but you have a fear of dealing with your emotions, and that's quite clear. Clarity is coming to you. It's coming to you. This is a eureka aha moment right here. You're going to understand the correlation between your emotions all this time and this particular situation you've been dealing with. That's coming to you this week with that new moon eclipse is coming to you. The understanding of what this was all about and why it had to go down. Why it had to go down. There it is. These say it all. These are your clarifiers for sure. Okay, so your wealth. That coin chasing, there it is. Your wealth. This card here, yes sir, is out for a reason too. That's just like that abundance card. Look at all that water. These are your current state of emotions, Virgo. There are 2 healthy bowls of water, which is your healthy emotional state at the top. But all of those basins, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, there were 4 on the other one, but they were a lot bigger. 5 of these been smashed so that the water can be released. Deal with those emotions that you stored up, locked away, and thought they were gone because you buried them in a long time ago and you ain't never wanted to pull them back out. They are slowly and we're slowly leaking out and creating different blockages in your life. They are coming to be released by this energy of this new moon. And that is what's going to happen here. Excess of water. Same as the other card. Abundance of it. Water is your emotions. So this is the area, Virgo, where it's coming for you. Your emotions are going to need to be addressed, dealt with, healed. She's a good healer. She's a healer. The daughter of fire, she heals through spirit. So this is about just you doing some soul searching on your emotions. You got this. You got this. Use this one. he had some preconceived ideas about himself. But then he gets this lightning bolt strike to his head. And he puts down the bow and arrow because all he knew was the bow and arrow. He's been walking around with this bow and arrow all day long. That's how he handles things. He don't want to deal with nothing emotional. I just pick up my bow and arrow and this is how I'm going to deal with it. I ain't got time for no watery, sappy emotions. But then a lightning bolt strike comes to his head, blows that all the way. And you see what he did? That bow and arrow is put down. It's in a neutral position. He's not using it because he's got the mental clarity in his head to know how to deal with his own emotions and that he doesn't need to fight it. Doesn't need to fight it. Grandfather energy is out lastly, which is having that wisdom, that overall strength, power, and wisdom of the highest degree to know how to deal with a situation. And one thing, grandfather is very strong, but he knows how to deal with his emotions. He's a compassionate person as well. He knows how to tenderly take care of things as well as physically take care of things. So, dear Virgo, your emotions are going to be the transition for you, heightened at this new moon solar eclipse. And throughout the energy of this week, you will feel that need to express your emotions. The Mother of Fire came out next as a clarifier. So she is just action-oriented and taking action and showing others that she can do it. Showing others that she can get it done. So you are all about action. And you usually do take action on everything but your own inner emotions. You don't like that feeling. I don't like that. Yeah, gonna have to deal with it, Virgo. Gonna have to deal with it. I'm gonna pull one last card out of this deck and then we're gonna get to your lovely, lovely message. Interference. So those things that block, I'm going to use this one too because it popped out with it. And the Mother of Water who heals herself thoroughly on the inside out. She is supreme master of emotions. She's a queen of emotions. She knows how to handle it. She's like, give it to me. She got 2 cups in her hand. Any type of water flowing, she got it. She's not afraid of it. And that's the energy you're going to have to embody to get through this period and this transition where you have to go back in and deal with some issues, some emotions that you might have buried and didn't want to deal with anymore. This is the Isis Oracle. Isis Oracle. It's going to give you a lovely oracle message that is much needed at this time, Virgo. That's what she looks like. The deck looks like. I love the artwork on these Egyptian cards. And the messages are bold, beautiful, and spot on. Let's see what your message is, Virgo. All right, I'm going to cut the deck. Healing the Divine Masculine. I got this card out for another group, so I know that it's directly related to you, Virgo. Let us read this one. Healing the Divine Masculine. Okay. The divine masculine within men and women is the energy that allows for protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety in holding, even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life. When the masculine within us is healthy and strong, we have an inner strength to hold ourselves safe through anything. Your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in his ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom with creative expression. Told you all these are so deep. Let me get to the rest of it. It's what we just talked about. The inner masculine and the inner feminine need each other. When they are in good inner relationship within us, we feel like healthy, whole human beings. We are able to live as ourselves in the world in a relatively peaceful, creative, and enjoyable way. When there is damage to the inner masculine, there is difficulty in standing up for our truths, in knowing what our truths and values are, and in knowing how to protect them without feeling as though we have to fight constantly just to be allowed to be ourselves. We might also feel that unless others see things as we do, we have no power. And then we have to fight to dominate others, manipulating them to see our point of view. The inner masculine part of us often needs healing so that he can fulfill his divine purpose of inner strength, protection, and honoring of the self in all its uniqueness, so that we can live as free, strong individuals that know who they are and are happy to just love and be that person and allow others to do the same. This will happen at any time he is asked to hold even more consciousness, to hold permission and strength to be even more of the unique self. The masculine and feminine within us needs to be balanced with each other. There's no point in having a powerful feminine with unique values and strong creative force without an equally strong masculine energy that is able to act upon those unique values, no matter what others may think, and take action to allow the creative force of the inner feminine to flow into form of the physical world. When your inner feminine is growing and desires to express her uniqueness in the world more boldly than ever before, the inner masculine needs to grow in self-belief, self-worth, and self-confidence so that he may take action to allow the blossoming feminine to be truly be in the world while feeling secure and safe. The oracle indicates your feminine self is blooming and your masculine needs to be able to protect and honor her. Sometimes, just as Isis looked for Osiris to help put him back together when he was torn apart by hatred, fear, and jealousy of his brother Set, our feminine needs to help the masculine to heal so he in turn can help her. Your masculine consciousness can be healed and grow stronger through his relationship to the inner feminine within you by adjusting and healing our own views of masculine energy so that our feminine is no longer willing to experience our masculine energy as violent, aggressive, unfeeling, or controlling. A healing shift begins. The divine inner feminine can then choose to relate to the divine inner masculine in a different way, to hold a different vision and different beliefs of who he is and what he can do and what his purpose might be. She might choose to experience him as a tender, protective, strong, discerning, and stabilizing energy. What this looks like in our life experience is a change in how we are within ourselves and with others, and how we move and live and experience in the world. We have more of a willingness to be kind to ourselves, to honor our feelings, and to not be bullied into stepping away from our truths by others or even by our own self-doubt or self-criticism. It is an inner commitment to love and honor the self and an inner trust in this commitment. So when the feeling arises to try something new, creatively or spiritually, for example, there is a trust that this will be respected and acted upon as it is. When the healing of this relationship begins to occur within us, our outer relationships also change and flow into healthier expressions. We begin to feel safe, protected, and strong enough to take risks and live bold, expressive, truthful, and creative life with more energy and passion. The oracle guides you to realize that your inner masculine could benefit from some restoration and healing after being ravaged by expectations that in order to be acceptable, he should never feel anything, that he should always be dominant, and that only the most violent and aggressive alpha masculine behaviors are to be respected. If you are already working on this aspect of your own healing, you are encouraged by this oracle that it is working and to stay with your own process. You are also encouraged to empower your masculine energy, seeing it as tender, protective, containing, strong, and aware. You are also encouraged to continually choose to let go of behaviors that cast the masculine as perpetrator or dominating. Use your inner feminine courage, trust, and determination to avoid castrating the masculine by considering it weak, useless, or unnecessary. For healing to happen, both masculine and feminine, we must be prepared to let go of feelings of victimization, domination, disappointment, and dissatisfaction, and do the sometimes challenging inner work of learning to relate to the masculine and feminine energy with a completely different approach. All right, now, that was a whole lot. Let's just break that down a little bit for a second, Virgo, because this is deep right here. When your reading was directly related to that masculine type of feeling that you carry around, or that you may carry around. Some of us Virgos, this is not for everybody, but this is for who is catching this message right now and who is getting this message right now. that has a sort of dominance about them. And you are viewing feminine, especially if you are a male Virgo. Because for my female Virgos, it is easier to embody the feminine. But sometimes my female Virgos do look at a man as he has to be a certain way. He has to be in this role and make me feel a certain way. It is telling us whether we are a male Virgo or a female Virgo that you're going to have to balance that out. And so directly related to the reading that we had, the way this relates to that reading, as I'm looking at, this is a person that does not have the luxury of loving to deal with their emotions. So I'm going to put this more towards my male Virgos. But if you are that female Virgo that has a hard time being emotional as well, this is talking to those Virgos who have a hard time dealing with the emotions because they feel like the dominance is the protection from dealing with those softer, weaker, as you consider them, weaker feelings. No, we need to just dominate and get the job done. Well, there is sometimes a need for you to be softer, especially when it comes to dealing with emotions. So what you've done is push those emotions to the side so that you can still feel masculinity. And what it's telling you is that, yeah, we want you to feel masculine, especially if you're a man. But guess what? You still need the balance of the feminine. You still need both inside of you to be a complete, whole, healthy, balanced person. And so when we are not balanced, that's when different issues arise in our lives because we have not brought ourselves to inner balance to bring in positive things into our life. That's what it's about. I'm going to pull some final clarifiers out of here for you, Virgo. I want your reading to run too long, but that was a deep, important message that somebody needed to hear because they put that message out there. They put it out there. There it is. That is the clarification and the final tell-all, do-all. Virgo, you are have to going to have an emotional release across this new moon that is coming this week. You're going to have some sort of healing emotionally. Maybe you haven't cried in centuries. Maybe stuff like that is going to occur because you need to let it out. Virgo is healing you. And you might have looked at this as being weak at some point in your life. This takes strength. This takes strength to heal the divine masculine in order to go back to those things that make you feel vulnerable, that might make you emotional, might make you cry. Those things need to be dealt with. Does that make you weak? You need to stop looking at it that way. It makes you strong. Look at him. The muscles on that green giant. He's strong. He's strength. He's all alpha man. He's all masculine, Mr. Dominant. But look at what is behind him. It is the eyes of his femininity. It is his softer side that he needs to get in touch with. And that is what it's going to do for you this week with this new moon energy for you, Virgo. It's going to bring that to the light because that is directly related to this situation that you just can't get a grip on, understand why it's been dragging out, going back and forth, looking good one week, next week. That's directly related to the duality of the balance. It's tipping the scales for you so that you can go and deal with which side is too heavy. So which side is too heavy right now, where your feminine side is down here because you've pushed your masculine side way up here on the pedestal and the feminine has suffered. But this is brought imbalance to your life, and all these situations are flying out of nowhere until you bring the feminine, and the masculine needs to come down a little bit. And you balance those two at the right spot. And guess what happens? Sunshine. Sunshine. Everything you wanted, the stress, the problems, all the grief, all the stuff goes away instantly because it is directly related to you and how you balance things in your life. The Mother of Fire came back out. But we already seen that one. It is you knowing that you can do it. It is feminine power. That's why Mother of Fire keeps popping out. You're Father of Fire already. You take action. Understand. But that female is still back there. Still back there. You need the feminine. Look at her. She's the spirit behind the masculine. So you need the feminine in both of these. Come on, don't get no clearer than that for me. And then the Mother of Fire popped out as well to show you that the female power is needed. You have to balance your masculine with your feminine. And yes, you're going to have to deal with your emotions, Virgo. It's not a scary thing. Go in there. You don't like that feeling. I know. you're going to have to deal with it because they're going to come up this month, this week. They're going to come up. Some emotions are going to come up. All right. Don't run from them. Release them. And it's going to make you feel so much better. And the overall outcome is going to change dramatically for you in the way that you want to see it change. I hope you enjoyed that message. I hope you got something from it. And I hope you will like, share, and subscribe. DivinityGems33.com is down below. Check me out. Till next time.